Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo March 31, 2022. Today's moon supports emotional and creative expression. Still, Mercury forms a minor challenging aspect to Uranus, and there can be meddling to deal with, or there are too many options to sort through. Others might bring too much noise into your life. However, consider that you may very well benefit from the feedback you receive, even if it's not in a pretty package, if only because it stimulates you to think in new ways. Distractions aside, it's a good time to find expression through leisure activities or entertainment. You're feeling yourself, and you're looking the part. This is especially true when considering the moon's shift into Aquarius and your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. Vintage looks and a classy aesthetic are part of your charm, so go on with your bad self. More importantly, the moon will be in harmony with freedom-loving Uranus, via your expansive ninth house of adventure, opportunity, and unknown territory, urging you to take a risk for love and follow your heart. On a more challenging note, the moon will face off with the wounded healer, Chiron, putting a spotlight on your fear of intimacy. What inspires you? Your creativity, passion, and talent can be a major driving force behind your job, especially if you can personalize your role. If you have been hesitant to launch a passion project or put your spin on a task, use the last quarter moon in Aquarius as your cosmic incentive to rise to the occasion. The lunar phase will be kind of stressful, as you may feel like it is now or never to do what inspires you at work. But if you let go of your stress, you will feel accomplished for following your inspiration. Mercury's return to your financial sector tomorrow will give you the smart head for money needed to get your head in the game and to think on your feet. Yet here for just 15 days, this will involve thinking and making decisions on the run, with the sun encouraging you to make the most of one last day when, with the solar spotlight on your financial situation and money matters, you can simply observe. Personal relationships don't always run according to plan. Turbulent situations crop up again and again, requiring all your energy. Smaller arguments and conflicts seem to be pre-programmed. Keep calm and deal with this turmoil in a relaxed fashion. Hit the road if you can. Even a short day trip will lift your spirits high enough to see plenty of daylight. A longer trip that starts today will go smoothly. If you feel your romantic life needs re-evaluating, make an assessment of your personal life and understand what is positive, unique, and desirable about you, also what you want and why from a relationship. In this way, you can create a sure and positive impression and you first meet others that they can respect. You don't always say what you want for fear of hurting other people's feelings. This does little for you, except to build resentment that comes out in unintended, subtle ways. Clearing the path for self-expression is a good practice to get into. Try practicing telling yourself what kind of day you're going to have in the morning. Look straight into the mirror and talk to yourself. This sounds silly, but it works, especially with the current celestial energy at play. Don't be surprised if you find that you really need some time to yourself on this day. This vibration often encourages activities that are quiet and reflective. Chances are you're on the go most of the time, and a break is long overdue. Turn this around and plan to do something you really love on your own. Get a sitter for the kids, ask for a longer lunch break, do whatever you need to so you can take time out for yourself. The moon is being kept busy in its final hours in your relationship sector, not only aligning with planets here, but forming a friendly aspect to forces on the communication front. This is a chance to draw on the communication support this provides at the same time that you are emotionally engaged. This comes just 10 days after the sun left, taking the solar spotlight off your relationships, and just 6 days before Venus, the planet of love, is due to return to work her magic. The moon will spend its final hours in your relationship sector at a friendly aspect to the south node in your communication sector, making these final hours some of the most important. An alignment with Jupiter and Neptune ahead of Venus return next week is a chance to distance yourself from the reality checks of recent weeks and look to the future with confidence. Our eyes in the sky. Today, there's a feeling of change in the air due to the sextile between Mercury in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius in the early morning. That change is something we know we can't prevent from happening, and so knowingly accept. Breaking out of the mundane right now is key to domestic partnerships and personal growth. You could also find it easier than usual to meet new people, and these encounters are blessed. Your crown chakra is clearer than usual, so you will know if someone isn't worth your time and energy. Trust that intuition. Moods could be unpredictable as your mind wanders from one topic to another throughout the day, but generally speaking, taking a few detours from your routine is bound to lead you to some valuable new experiences. Something else you'll be working on, and perhaps struggling with, is how to control your temper. This energy wants you to say what's on your mind, even if it hurts, but you know it's not the correct way to behave. You could also put your foot in your mouth. Think before speaking so you can express yourself clearly and concisely. We feel strong in our convictions, and others may seek us out for wise counsel. Conversely, we might be inspired to seek it from another with more expertise or life experience. Exercising patience is the key to achieving harmony. We weigh our choices with reverence for each option, and only proceed once we affirm that we will grow as a person through our elections and intentions. Miscommunications with loved ones provoke guilt and create the impression that we are not living up to some hypothetical bargain. Perceived slights or outright disrespect causes us to question others' feelings for us. We don't want to be seen as the bad guy. However, overcompensation is never the best route to attaining validation. Yet today, we are at the mercy of circumstance, and even if we exhaust ourselves fighting to overcome a situation, we are unable to make progress. This transit encourages us to trust the process and allow events to unfold organically. If nothing is working, stop. There is something to be learned in the stillness, and we would deny ourselves critical awareness by steamrolling ahead. However, this aspect also distorts boundaries that may be legitimately erected to keep those at bay who would exploit our generosity and kindness. We can fall victim to guru types who claim to have the answers now, particularly those whose spiritual guise makes them appear harmless. This signature factors into the upcoming full moon, so seek to be compassionate as well as discerning in your relationships. Chase your dreams, embrace your inner magic, and exercise your creativity. We can be compelled to act manipulatively, a subconscious response to feeling powerless. Our judgment is not fundamentally sound now, so we should avoid placing ourselves in dangerous situations or entertaining toxic relationships just to prove we can handle them. The moon then enters a void period lasting until the early afternoon. Delay confrontations and even settling disagreements until after the moon ingresses into a new sign.